Welcome to Dead Man Talking. Tonight's story is from the incredible mind of Devil P. Sawn from over on Reddit, No Sleep. And as ever, please do let us know what you thought down below in the comments box. Please do like and share. Well, it really does help both the channel and our community further. And why not hashtag Team Fear and DMT's Cryptid Crew. And so, with that aside, let's get into tonight's story, entitled, I found a strange journal in a restricted area of a national park. Let's get straight into that. I am an avid hiker and happen to live near a national park that I think it's best not to name. Me and my friends go hiking there often, or I guess did. If you've ever been to a national park, you might have noticed that certain areas were restricted for one reason or another. This one was no different, and the reason we were given that was that the terrain was too dangerous. To me and my friends, this only made it sound more fun. And when you spend as much time in a park as I, you begin to catch on to the rangers' routines, and soon you're able to avoid them with ease. And so, we made our way into the restricted area. We were soon met with disappointment, as the terrain was quite flat and boring. It may have been safer there than other parts of the park. My friends and I started speculating why they might want to keep people out of here, and then we started getting shot at. We started running. I made the mistake of looking back. I didn't see the shooter, and I didn't see the hole in front of me either. After falling a good 10 feet, I began examining my legs to see if I'd broken them. My eye caught something. Behind some rocks was an old and deteriorating satchel. Contained within it were some shotgun shells and what appeared to be a journal. Soon, my friends came back and helped me out of the hole. We all escaped without taking any bullets. One of my friends proposed the idea that they were simply trying to scare us away. I may have only been using blanks. That didn't make any sense. What could they be trying to hide? And why would they keep it in such a public area? Well, now I think I know the answer. Once home, I began looking through the journal and found that many of the pages, although frail, were still intact. The name Ellie Johnson is written on the front. The remaining pages read as follows. 10th of the 6th, 1915. The trees are all beautiful this time of year. It's a shame the leaves don't last long. I'd rather they look this way all year round. I used some of the leaves to make beds for the sheep. I thought I could use them as it's getting colder. Dad says it will be even colder this year because our new land is higher up than the old. And at first it didn't make much sense to me, but now I can feel he's right. 10th of the 8th, 1915. I've noticed my chores getting done a fair bit faster, now that there ain't much more than a cow and some sheep to feed. But this has left me with nothing much to do. My friends are all miles away now, and there ain't anybody out here but us. I try to help Mum when I can, especially since she's carrying my little sister, or brother. But most of the time, she insists on doing things herself. I never thought that I'd want more chores. 10th of the 9th, 1915. Nothing much happened today, other than the sheep escaped for about half a minute before Dad caught her. I ain't really sure why I opened this book. 10th of the 12th, 1915. Dad's bringing a friend of his up here to go hunting. His name's Stan. I can't say I know him too well. I only met him once at church. I asked Dad if I could come with him, and he said someone had to stay back and help Mum. Well, he was right, I suppose, but that don't make me happy about it. 10/13/1915. I woke up this morning and found that it snowed in the night. It's got to be at least 3 inches. I went to see what my dad might have brought home, but he hasn't got back yet. Mum's real worried, and so am I. Dad's usually only gone for a few hours. Never all night. Well, he's never gone hunting in those woods before, neither. I told Mum I should go out and see if I can find him, but she didn't much care for that idea at all. Says that I'll get lost too. Says that we should just wait. And so, I suppose that's what we're going to do. 10/14/1915. I told Mum that someone was going to have to go looking for them, and since she's pregnant, it was going to have to be me. She began to cry, saying she ain't going to lose her entire family. And then she said if he wasn't back tomorrow, she'd send me into town to get help. I didn't want her any more upset than she already was, so I agreed. but I know he ain't going to come back tomorrow. And if he's hurt, he's going to need help quick. And so, when Mum went to bed, I grabbed the shotgun by the door, and some shells, and I took a lantern too. If I find Dad and Stan, I'll help them back home and Mum will be happy. And if I don't, I'll come home and she'll never know. 10, 16, 19, 15. I think I'm lost. I followed the footprints leading into the forest, thinking I'll find them in no time. But that damn snow, it kept falling, and the footprints began to fade, till I couldn't see them anymore. Or at least not with my little lantern. But I wasn't going to let this stop me. I kept walking where I figured they'd most likely be going. This foolish idea, it went as well as one might expect. That lantern ain't worth dirt. I didn't know I was on a hill till I was rolling down it, and I hit my head against a rock on the way down when everything went black. I woke the next morning, half buried in snow. By the good grace of the Lord, I didn't break any bones. I climbed back up the hill to find that snow had erased my tracks just the same as the others. I thought if I just kept walking straight then I'd end up back home, but after half hour I was still in the woods. I kept on wandering in every direction without finding nothing but more trees and snow. Like the damn thing goes on forever. Didn't see a single animal either. Not one squirrel nor bird. It's like these woods are dead. I did find a small cave. I reckon it'd be better than sleeping under a tree. But I didn't get any sleep. Something strange started howling as soon as I closed my eyes. I didn't sound like any wolf I know of. I'm not really sure how to describe it, but it was close by. Much closer than I would have liked. I thought I might have been trying to sleep in its home, so I kept the gun ready. But it didn't stop until the sun began to peek through the trees. Only then could I rest, and I woke about midday. I wonder if Mum is alright. Probably not too happy. I hope she don't come looking for me like a fool. Like me. I hope she goes and gets help. 10, 17, 19, 15. I think it's the next day, but I ain't sure. Ain't sure of anything. I began another day of hopelessly trying to escape the woods. I don't think they ever end. I think home may be 1,000 miles away, if even that close. I came across some footprints. They were bigger than a bear and had inch-long claws. Next to them seemed to be the marks from something being dragged along. I followed them. I know it wasn't smart, but it was something. Something in a forest of nothing. As I followed, I found blood around the tracks every now and again. I kept walking until I came across a cave. This one was much larger than the one I'd used for shelter, and there was something inside. It was a giant beast, hunched over, eating something. There was blood all around the mouth of the cave. I saw the bones of the creature's back poking through its grey skin. I stood frozen and started to cry. I wasn't sure why at the time, but now I believe it was because I knew who it was eating. Before I could make too much noise, a hand went over my mouth, and I was dragged behind a nearby rock. And it was Stan. He gestured for me to be quiet and asked for the shotgun. I gave him it. I asked him what had happened to his gun, and he told me he dropped it while running away from that beast. Then I asked him where Dad was. He didn't answer. I tried keeping my tears quiet, but I failed. In the blink of an eye, that antlered monster had its jaws on my leg. I screamed in pain before Stan shot it in the face. It released me and turned towards him. He then shot it in the chest. This didn't seem to do much good other than making it mad, and the gun was now empty. But the monster was enraged. Stan ran off into the never-ending forest, with the abomination gaining behind him, leaving me alone. I was going to catch him and kill him and drag him back here, and then it was going to do the same to me. I got up and began limping away, and I kept my eyes closed until I was past the cave. I didn't want to see what was inside. I didn't get far before falling through the earth. Now I'm stuck in a hole. I don't think it's a work of nature. It's much too deep for that. It seems instead to be a trap dug by a demon. I'm not sure how long it will be before it finds me. One of my legs are broken. The other has been badly wounded by that beast, and I can't get out. Now the skin around the bite wound is beginning to turn grey. I feel sick as a dog. Mum, if you find this, I love you. And also, run. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Certainly another one. Wow. Short but absolutely creepy story there. And that's from the incredible mind of Devil P. Sorn from over on Reddit, No Sleep. Big thank you, Devil, for allowing me to narrate your story on the show. Really hope you enjoyed this rendition. I look forward to more of your work in the future. Well, guys and girls as ever, you know the drill. Please do let us know what you thought down below in the comments box. Please do like and share. It really does help both the channel and our community further. Why not hashtag Team Fear and DMT's Cryptid Crew. If you have a story to share on the channel or would just like to get in touch with me, then please do so at the contact email, which is as on screen. contactthedeadone@gmail.com. I really look forward to hearing from you. Remember, be safe, not sorry.